Sodium halos on a midnight pier. Freight train moon hums low in the rear. Blueprint pupils with a tungsten seam. I signed my oath in a sub-bass dream. Palm ribs clatter like metronome bones. Street light rosaries whisper tone tones. G-funk fog with a bittersweet bite. 808 landslides rewrite the night. Ruthless, slowing like a forge untamed. Dark bass prowls with a teeth bared frame. Menacing sleeps paint wolves in there. West Coast posts make concrete swear. I don't rent crowns from an algorithm clerk. I chisel a throne out of long shift work. If the deck leans crooked, I plane that wood. Build a whole feast out of misunderstood. I learned budget math on a bus stop throne, where coins speak louder than stones thrown. Turned empty pockets into scaffold steel. Raised floors on the bow, I can notarize real. Graffiti galaxies spin over brick. Every drip a second hand, cosmic tick. Silence a cruise interest if you guard your breath. Spend it on patience, not credit with death. Torque in my chest, angles in mine. I mill each hour in the gears that grind. Origami steel in the callous tan. Folding my losses to aerodynamic plans. Rumors move quick, but results move roots. I water my wins in unlaced boots. If fate pawns cards with a greasy thumb, I crack that deck like a starter drum. Hi-hats glitter like surgery lights. Snare draws chalk on the jaw of night. If doubt files claims on the air I own, I count a shoe calm, case closed. Ruthless, lowing like a forge untamed. Dark bass prowls with a teeth bared frame. Menacing sis paint wolves in there. West Coast posts make concrete swear. I don't rent crowns from an algorithm clerk. I chisel a throne out of long shift work. If the deck leans crooked, I plane that wood. Build a whole feast out of misunderstood. Clock turned slick, so I snapped this wrist. Bent minutes straight till hours couldn't twist. Ledger and charcoal, columns of rain. Debits and thunder, credits and grain. Mentors were meters with neon eyes. Charging by grid under sodium skies. We traded our breath for blueprint truth. Bolted our names to a promise-proof roof. Circle stays tight like a vinyl's hole. Only day ones hear the needles sew. Trust is a safe with a triplet tone. Miss one chime, you're talking alone. I prune my crew like a captain's mast. Cut loose ropes when the squall blows past. Storms test holes and rivet spines. We come back sleeker with cleaner lines. Sub goes hush like a predator stare. Footsteps soft through hydraulic air. Speech flick green like hospital signs. We flatline fear and revive all finds. Kids at a window with comic chalk hands. Trace out tomorrows in glow stick bands. I turn my schedule to lighthouse glass. Beam over fog when the doubts harass. Rear view sirens, tug old scars. I signal twice, then slip through cars. Yesterday knocks with a souvenir chain. I wave from the wheel and decline that claim. I was the skip in the pawn shop groove. Click pop loop that refused to move. Lifted the arm, clean grit from the soul. Drop needle back, now the story runs whole. Billboards yawn, work breathe when I clock in twice and begin again. Throners and views, it's evident stacked 10,000 nails in the weatherproof fact. Let the synth edge fangs on tinted chrome. Let the kick past verdicts, imposters disown. If night and voices hours I never owed, I stamp contest to reclaim my load. Ruthless, slowing like a forge untamed. Dark bass prowls with a teeth bared frame. Menacing sense paint wolves in there. West Coast posts make concrete swear. I don't rent crowns from an algorithm clerk. I chisel a throne out of long shift work. If the deck leans crooked, I plane that wood. Build a whole feast out of misunderstood. Boardwalk sermons from gum-stuck pews. Seagull witnesses, tie mark news. Chrome ink, dust prints, credits and script. Paid in grit, where my name got tipped. I budget my piece like a harbor grid. Mark crosswinds, no tourist did. Anchor on truth when rumors spin. Let patience tow the vessel in. No thunder, so I can't conduct. No rent on worth, I won't deduct. My name's a warranty forged in heat. Lifetime coverage on every beat. And when hillside glass repeats my tone, it's just the city returning the loan. I paid in breath, imbalance in scars. Collecting calm under untamed stars. Ocean eyes, wrinkles from a neon dome. I count my wins by the road back home. Not luck, not noise, not secondhand fame. Just backbone, breath, and the first name flame. If tomorrow asks what armor you bring, I I say discipline's drum and the wire tight string. Hardcore valve with a time lock brand. West Coast oath and a diamond hand.
Sirens for a soundtrack, skyline frown. Ballots in the shoebox, boots on the ground. Lobbyist handshake, velvet lie. Paper says equal, fine print try. City hall windows, frosted truth. We press our breath like living proof. If power is theater with donor roles, we crash the stage when the curtain slows.
Politics promise, neighborhoods pay. Ink on a bill, but the light's still gray. We vote at dawn, they stall at noon. We turn our rage to a marching tune. Raise that voice, don't beg, don't bend. Build from the bottom, begin nodding. If the gate is locked with a gold teeth grin, we carve new doors and let folks in.
Filibuster lullaby, talk us to sleep. Meanwhile, textbooks crumble and leak. Public trust fenced in study committees. Funds take detours through donor cities. Law and order on a billboard smile. Meanwhile, eviction at the courthouse tile. Audits for crumbs, amnesty for cake. We do the dishes for the mess they make. They love the people when cameras roll. Then gold stars, zip codes in the payroll. They say be civil and sell our air. We bring receipts to the public square. Policy slow like a stuck red light, but hunger is urgent and rent is a fight. So we union the ship, co-op the block. Clock out of fear, clock in the stock.
No more savior in a tailored suit. Grow laws up for community root. Patch the roof but yank the beams. We don't do symbols, we do clean. Politics promise, neighborhoods pay. Ink on a bill, but the light's still gray. We vote at dawn, they stall at noon. We turn our rage to a marching tune. Raise that voice, don't beg, don't bend. Build from the bottom, begin nodding. If the gate is locked with a gold teeth grin, we carve new doors and let folks in.
Whole line serpentine, 10 blocks long. Closed for repairs, we hum our song. Gerrymander snakes on a precinct map. Clip our wings, then blame our flap. Super PAC baptisms in dark money rain. Wash off guilt, keep the chain. Hearing on justice at 2 a.m. Pass it half empty, tweet amen. They audit our tone, not the facts we bring. Call it too loud when we name the king. But budgets are morals and spreadsheet clothes. Tell me your surplus, I'll tell you so. Call.
Who writes the city we wanna see?
Response, tenants and council, rent debt free.
Who draws the safety we truly need?
Nurses, neighbors, and the hands that feed. What's our anthem when the feed goes mute? Door knock drum and the grassroots flute. We code our rights in the open source. Patch the bug in the profit course. Sunshine clauses with bite, not pose. Public dashboards that show where it goes. Participatory budget at the rec center gym. Kids chalk charts while elders hymn. City clerks streaming the line item fight. We annotate power in broad daylight. Ballot plus picket, meeting plus meal. Justice is scaffolding, not a field. Strike for a day, plan for 10. Win one contract, then win again. Policy is practice with a calendar spine. Check in monthly, decline to decline. No hero saga, no perfect night. Rotations, coalition, shared headlines.
Politics promise, neighborhoods pay. Ink on a bill, but the light's still gray. We vote at dawn, they stall at noon. We turn our rage to a marching tune. Raise that voice, don't beg, don't bend. Build from the bottom, begin nodding. If the gate is locked with a gold teeth grin, we carve new doors and let folks in.
From town hall whispers to avenue roar, we measure a lead about an open door. Not left, not right, just forward clear. A budget of love with a line item here. If tomorrow asks, what did you change? We point to the table, we rearrange. One more chair, one less throne. A country rebuilt from the cobblestone. Yeah. Street lights blink like seismographs of fate. Graffiti constellations map a paper plate state. Chrome moon yawns, slips $1 to the tide. I lace my oath in the drum, then ride. Ruthless 808s like a hammer in the canyon. Bang, bang.
Dark G-funk bassline like a shadow with a fang. Menacing siren, city in a trance. West Coast heartbeat, make the concrete dance. I don't buy crowns from a clearance rack. I wield my throne with a spine straight back. If the deck stack crooked, I recook cards. Make a new table out of scrapyard scars. I was raised with a palm tree spell. Prove it where rumors travel faster than a budget moving unit. I learned to audit silence like a CFO of patience. Turn a no-name alley into platinum formations. Blueprint eyelids, I draft and re-yam. Wake up with a city carved under my pen. Every closed gate got screws I could borrow. I built tomorrows from returns on saw. You can hear it when the kick hits asphalt shivers. Break like rosaries, tailpipe rivers. An opera of pistons in a midnight suit. I tuck fear in a crate, then ship that mute. Talk less, talk more, that's the neighborhood creed. Plant habits in gravel, harvest speed. If fate wants rent, I pay in sweat. Receipt stamp, risk, resolve, respect. Snare puts chalk on a knight's cheekbone. Bass writes laws on a courthouse cone. If doubt brings lawyers to sue my breath, I counter with calm and subpoena success. Ruthless 808s like a hammer in a canyon bang. Dark G-funk bass on like a shadow with a fang. Menacing siren, city in a trance. West Coast heartbeat, make the concrete dance. I don't buy crowns from a clearance rack. I wield my throne with a spine straight back. If the deck stack crooked, I recook cards. Make a new table out of scrapyard scars. Clock tried petty, so I snapped this wrist. Bent every minute till the hours confessed. Ledger revels, turned grad school notes. Majored in grit, double minored in hope. Mentors weren't men, they were red parking meters. Charging by grind, overtime believers. We bartered our breath for a blueprint truth. File still dreams in a long haul booth. I keep the circle smaller than a vinyl's hole. Only day ones hear that needle soul. Trust is a safe with a 3-tone lock. Miss one click and the door won't talk. I'll never rent worth to a borrowed brand. I say in my name with a craftsman's hand. When the envy arrives in a crown of 10, I like the kiln and invite it in. Sub fades to a whisper, hi-hats count. Street inhales once, exhale mount. Synth flickers green like hospital signs. We flatline, fear shock, hope back in time. Kids at the window tracing clouds with chalk. I turn my schedule to a lighthouse clock. Every tick a beam across the bay. Come home straight, not come on pay. I anchor my peace like a freighter at night. Drag chains slow through the rumor and spite. If the past throws hooks from a salt stain reel, I cut that line with a stainless wheel. I've been a skip groove, the click, the pop, the hand on the platter that refused to stop. Now the record spins true on a velvet mat. Needle like a valve saying copy that. Gold dust spills like citrus on chrome. Billboard side, worked in home. Throne is infused, it's callous proof. 10,000 nails in a stubborn roof. Let the scent draw wolves on tinted glass. Let the kick pass verdicts, no fraud can pass. If night invoices hours I didn't owe, I stamp contested and repossessed glow. Ruthless 808s like a hammer in the canyon bang. Dark G-funk bassline like a shadow with a fang. Menacing siren, city in a trance. West Coast heartbeat, make the concrete dance. I don't buy crowns from a clearance rack. I wield my throne with a spine straight back. If the deck stack crooked, I recook cards. Make a new table out of scrapyard scars. When the ocean irons wrinkles from the sky, I count wins by the reasons why. Not luck, not noise, not secondhand fame. Just breathe backbone and a first name flame. If tomorrow asks what weapon you bring, I say discipline's drum, a bell that rings. Hardcore heart with a time lock brand. West Coast pulse in a diamond hand.
Neon tide on the west side grid. Chrome T-City with 1,000 bids. Blueprint focused like a tungsten blade. I sign my vow where the streets remade. G-Funk fog over canyon lanes. 808 thunder tattooing names. Menacing sins where the predator glide. When the kick hits hard, every doubt steps aside.
Hardcore West Coast for the ruthless quake. 808 punches make the sidewalk shake. Dark cinematic bassline stalk the night. Send knives carving through the velvet light. I don't fold when the skyline bends. Pressure makes polish, the polish makes sense. From curb to crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in my lungs, diamond in my plan. I counted rain in a drought of hope. Measured the climb by a Freight Street rope. Turn lock gates in the rails and screws. Built new doors with my scar stitch truths. Low rider gospel and candy paint hymns. Oil rain halos where the neon swims. Mentors with meters that tax my grit. I paid in sweat till the debt went split. I map my fear like a coastline reef. Mark each snag with a captain's brief. Swell gets tall, I lower my stance. Breath on tempo when a bulletproof dance. I don't rent crowns from applause on lease. I meant mine slow with a welded piece. If face stacks decks with his thumb on deals, I
cut that pack with a cold work steel. Snare rice chalk where the street keeps score. Kick draws lines from the stoop to the shore. If doubt sells fog in a counterfeit crown, heat test metal, watch the fake meltdown. Hardcore West Coast, feel the ruthless quake. 808 punches make the sidewalk shake. Dark cinematic baseline stalk the night. Sin knives carving through the velvet light. I don't fold when the skyline bends. Pressure makes polish, the polish makes sense. From curb to crown with the carpenter's hand. Iron in my lungs, diamond in my plan. Clock swung cheap so I broke his hands. Bent every minute to the hours withstand. Ledger of trials in the carbon black ink. Spilled a few pints but refused to sink. Family flame like a lighthouse stare. Cuts through fog when the world ain't fair. If the sirens sing, I don't lose pace. I tune my post to the kicks embrace. Circle stays tight like a pressure set ring. Only the loyal hear that ping. Trust is a vault with a triple code spine. Miss one digit and you're out the line. Quiet ambition is a steel latch safe. I don't give rent to a tenant named hate. I form my calm like a hillside vine. Patience and grind in the gold thread twine. Let the sin draw fangs on tinted glass. Let the kick write laws, pretenders can't pass. If the night wants dues, I didn't agree. I bill it interest in late night fees. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping, I strengthened my grip. Now the wax rolls smooth on a westbound arc. Lavender dusk on a gold thread spark. From thrift store coats to tailored intent. From wait your turn to we sign the rent. Paper was scarce but the wheel ran deep. We bought our future with labor and sleep. I chart my piece like a pilot's map. Crosswinds mark where the doubts clap back. Throttled by breath, altitude by nerve. Storms make sailors, not docks that swerve. No thunder sold, I can't command. No worth leased to a borrowed brand. My name's a warranty forged in heat. Lifetime coverage on every beat. Hardcore West Coast, feel the ruthless quake. 808 punches make the sidewalk shake. Dark cinematic baseline stalk the night. Sin knives carving through the velvet light. I don't fold when the skyline bends. Pressure makes polish, the polish makes sense. From curb to crown with a carpenter's hand. Iron in my lungs, diamond in my plan. Kids at the window of a dawn soft room. Watch me braid hope on a torque tight loom. Legacy ink on a calendar spine. Every box honest, every deadline fine. Friends turn fog when the grade got steep. Kept a few oaks with the roots cut deep. We race still beams in a quiet parade. Let trends keep score, we lift the grade. Rear view ghosts try to hook my name. I change that lane with a surgeon's aim. No mirror rage, no exhaust fed fuel. Just cruise control, purpose and gratitude. When the red sun pours in the ocean glass, I count my miles by the courage of mass. No shortcut crowns, just nail and roof. No gilded lies, only pressure proof. If tomorrow asks what I bring to fight, I'll say backbone, breath and light. Hardcore heart with a time lock brand. West Coast pulse, iron in the hand.
Neon fog over Palisades and palms. Chrome lace night where the city keeps calm. Blueprint mind with a jagged edge draw. I turn lock grids into liberated law. Moonlight drips off murals and tags. Radio growl from the trunk in rags. Menaces cease like wolves in the ring. When the 808s punch, even angels sting. Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808 punches. Dark G-funk baseline breaking guardrail hunches. Menacing daggers cut through the smoke. Street warfare drums when the snare line spoke. I came up counting seconds on a busted clock, so I learned to beat a minute hand, push through shock. Every closed door taught me carpentry quick. I built a new entrance with a verse and a brick. Curbside mentors and thrifted suits said guard your spirit, let the craft bear fruit. So I guard in pain till it sprouted gold. Saved each bar like a winner I sold. Hunger was currency, grit was the bank. I withdrew focus when the self-doubt sank. Polish my voice like a chrome hubcap. Now lanes reflect when I steer this map. I don't chase clout, clout chases proof. Proof chases sweat, sweat raises the roof. You can hear my oath in the kick drums vow. Run your route steady, take the moment. Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808 punches. Dark G-funk baseline breaking guardrail hunches. Menacing daggers cut through the smoke. Street warfare drums when the snare line spoke. I don't flinch when the boulevard shakes. Pressure makes polish, I file my mistakes. From curb to the skyline, I climb with a plan. Iron in the lungs, diamond in the hand. Clocked in nights where the pay was a dream. Pin my faith to a well-oiled scheme. Study the silence, it tells the truth. Loud men will, quiet ones grow proof. Soldiers adapt, try to cap on my
my lane. I taxed them time and repossessed the game. When envy pulled up in the counterfeit crown, I checked the hallmark, 10 melts down. Family first, that lighthouse flame guides me home when the world plays games. If the waves get tall, I surf with stance. Knees bend low when the bulletproof dance. Hillside echo wrote my surname twice. Signed by the wind with a bar of ice. I heat that steel in the chorus of light. Forge each link to the chain rise right. Every loss taught math I needed. Subtract excuses, watch goals get seated. Add small wins, compound the wheel. Multiply calm, divide the chill. Let the sin draw shadow on tempered glass. Let the 808 breathe like a race bred bass. If the clock talks tough, I break that hand. Bend the minutes till the hours expand. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping but I tightened my grip. Now the wax been smooth like a west side glide. Low rider troop with a dignified pride. I don't sell storms, I can't steer through. I don't rent rooms in a heart untrue. Respect is rent that you pay on time. With action receipts and a clean spine. Mentors with meters and parking lot lamps. Blueprints drawn in the midnight camps. I took that grid and I rewired fuses. Now all my circuits reject old bruises. Galvanized soul with a rust-proof core. I scrubbed off shame at the honesty door. I guard my peace like a bolt of light. Let in the loyal, keep snakes outside when the gates stay locked. I built my own when the path ran out. I paved that stone. If the pass through hooks, I rolled in, learn. Now future salute when my name gets turned. Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808 punches. Dark G-funk bassline, breaking guardrail hunches. Menacing daggers, cut through the smoke. Street warfare drums when the snare line spoke. I don't flinch when the boulevard shakes. Pressure makes polish, I file my mistakes. From curb to the skyline, I climb with a plan. Iron in the lungs, diamond in the hand. See my kids in the window, made of dawn. Every step I take puts a letter in they song. Legacy ink on a paper called time. We bind those pages with purpose and spine. Friends went fog when the climb got steep. The fuel that stayed, yeah, we sowed and reap. Hands like cranes, lift dreams in steel. Heart like a governor, keeps talk real. I mapped my fear and I drove that route. Saw every dead end, punched through, no doubt. Not with a fist, but a law I wrote. Build more bridges than boats afloat. Even when night tries to auction my hope, I buy back with a calm tightrope. Walk that line over rumors and smoke. Touchdown clean with a future spoke. Under the glow of a boulevard cross, I tied my craft, pay respect to loss. Then I collect with the grind, the crew, the throne of work, not a throne of views. When the red sun spills in the ocean glass, I count my miles by the courage of mass. No cheap crown, just functioning proof. No shortcut turns, just nail and roof. If tomorrow asks what I brought to fight, I'll say backbone, breath and light. Hardcore heart with a time-proof brand. West Coast post, iron in the hand. Iron in the hand. Iron in the hand.
Spotlight glare on a marble lot. Flags wave slow while the hungry cry. Press brief smiles in their handshake scheme. They buy the votes, we sell the dream. Podium thunder, same old script. Change is coming, but the funds got flipped. Campaign checks from a glass flow club. Meanwhile, the street got no food, no plug. Politics bleeding from a golden pen. Talks of justice, but it's winning then. We fight the drought, they toast champagne. Power feeds off the public pain. Raise that voice to the hallway cracks. Write our truth where they hide their tracks. We ain't pawns in the polished plan. We the people, not the brand. Capitals and casino chips and suits. They shuffle bills while the roots get looted. Policy dressed like a prophet's prayer, but the choir can't sing if the rent's not there. Filibuster lullaby stalling spinning. Public patience wearing thin. Taxes climb, but the schools collapse. We clap for leaders who forgot the maps. They say growth, we see eviction signs. They say budget, we red lines. Black ink promise, white page fraud. Every vote feels rigged by God. City Hall ghost with a donor chain. Smile for the camera, then rinse, then rain. If democracy's dying in the boardroom light, then piles reborn in the crowd at night. We build our laws from the curb and pen. Right, never again, again and again.
Politics bleeding from a golden pen. Talks of justice, but it's win and then we fight the drought, they toast champagne. Power feeds off the public pain. Raise that voice to the hallway cracks. Write our truth where they hide their tracks. We ain't pawns in the polished plan. We the people, not the brand. Super paid saints with a billboard cross. Preach for morals but invest in loss. Senate smiles and design a code. Meanwhile, the water ain't safe to load. Red or blue, it's the same old hue. One hand bleeds while the other renew. They ban a book but they bless a bomb. Say freedom loud, why they keep us calm? We pay for wars that don't make peace. They sell the cure in own disease. Public trust got a private price. They call it policy, we call it vice. We don't wait for saviors and ties. We legislate where the street light lies. No marble floor, just folding chairs where mothers testify their prayers. Grassroots fire in the corner lot. One clipboard, 1 megawatt. Our votes ain't tokens, they proof of breath. Our patience taxed, our will left. Media dance with a corporate smile. Spin our pain into clickbait buy. They sell outrage, mute our plea. Turn justice into luxury. But we ain't ghosts on a trending wave. We built this nation, we're not as great. Each march alleges, each chant a law. Each raised hand holds what they saw. Policy born from the working class. No velvet speech, just tempered brass. No more walls for the poor to men. We don't need leaders, we need the end. Politics bleeding from a golden pen. Talks of justice, but it's winning then. We fight the drought, they toast champagne. Power feeds off the public pain. Raise that voice to the hallway cracks. Write our truth where they hide their tracks. We ain't pawns in the polished plan. We the people, not the band. When the cameras fade and the votes go stale, we write new rules in a working tale. Not left, not right, just forward clean. No king, no pawn, just human machine. If tomorrow asks who runs this land, we'll raise our fists, not a party brand. No more speeches in ivory towers. Future bends to the people's powers. Neon hum on a roadside cross. Motel carpet, counting loss. Bible drawer open like a witness stand. Lipstick verse on my shaking hand. Mirror says name it, shadow says hide. Truth is a locksmith, pride is a tide. I lay my receipts on a Gideon sheet. Ink runs honest where the heartbeats meet. 7 little echoes in a Sunday suit. Spin round the table while I stash the proof. If sin is a ledger and the debt feels tight, stamp it with grace, pay cash and light. I'm not my fault, I'm the vow I keep. Planting new roots where the thorns run deep. Turn on the lamp, let the wolves lose shape. I won't wear shackles, I learned to break. Pride wore mirrors like medals on cloth. Crown so loud it could drown my broth. Taught like a king to a starving crew. Asked for the bow when the knot would do. I learned that iron makes a softer ring. When it bends to serving, lifts a wing. Knees to the ground didn't shrink my height. And measure my strength by the weight I'll fight. And be so thick it's to somebody's stage. Fed me a diet of scroll-fed rage. Why not me in a loop all night? Blind to the field where my seeds need light. Bless their bloom, water mine. Harvest comes at a patient time. Some gold murmurs not always shines. Quiet wealth grows in stubborn lines. Confession's a key in a rusted lock. Click, turn, swing, let the burden drop. Shame's a rumor that the past repeats. Truth is a drum line under my feet. 7 little echoes in a Sunday suit. Spin round the table while I stash the proof. Sin is a ledger and the debt feels tight. Stamp it with grace, pay cash and light. I'm not my fault, I'm the vow I keep. Planting new roots where the thorns run deep. Turn on the lamp, let the wolves lose shape. I won't wear shackles, I learned to wrath. Count slides with a cold black pen. Stacks them like debts to collect again. Tongue as a match on a gasoline day. Bridges melt down what the hands can't say. But anger can shepherd if used is wise. Aiming that system's not someone's eyes. Forge it to focus, temper the blade. Cut through the lie without scorning the maid. Sell through this a velvet, sweet talking chair. Whispering tomorrow in perfumed air. Dreams on layaway, goals on mute. Netflix sermons, seedless fruit. So I set alarms in the bones I hide. Put time to work on a humble side. Inches to effort, effort to run. One faithful minute is 1,001. Sing top candles mark a runway glow. Tear saw maps where the secrets go. If grace is voltage I can't afford, I borrow a spark from a neighbor's cord. Greed shakes hands with a smiling thief, says more is medicine, sells you grief. I counted blessings like coins to hoard, till love looked priced and mercy scored. Open the fist and the math turns strange. Half of my plenty makes whole lives change. Rivers bless valleys by letting go. A closed hand dam never learns to flow. Gluttony isn't just plates and pies, it's dooms roll dinners and click-fed highs. Stuffing the silence with noise and glare. Numb on attention, we rent from air. I fast from frenzy, taste was real. Savor a minute as a sacred meal. Salt of the word on a steady tongue. Hunger made holy is the oldest song. Well, 7 little echoes in a Sunday suit. Spin round the table while I stash the proof. If sin is a ledger and the debt feels tight, stamp it with grace, paid cash and light. I'm not my fall, I'm the vow I keep. Planting new roots where the thorns run deep. Turn on the lamp, let the wolves lose shape. I won't wear shackles, I learn to break. Dust sells thunder for a rented room. Sparks like noon that returns to gloom. Promises touch with a counterfeit crest. Leaves love evicted and the soul undressed. But bodies can worship if vows are true. Constant the compass that points us through. Call you by name, not the shape you wear. Hold not harvest, presence not snare. After the stumble and after the slip, I rinse my heart at a mercy drip. Name what I am, not the worst I've done. Now you learn slowly how to turn the sun. 7 little echoes in a Sunday suit. Spin round the table while I stash the proof. If sin is a ledger and the debt feels tight, stamp it with grace, paid cash and light. I'm not my fall, I'm the vow I keep. Planting new roots where the thorns run deep. Turn on the lamp, let the wolves lose shape. I won't wear shackles, I learn to break. Neon stutters like a rosary bead. I breathe in courage, exhale need. Kill the lamb, lift the blind. Let clean daylight edge my mind. If grace is water and truth the road, I'll carry both till I lighten the load. Sin's map where I've been, not where I am. I walk out free and I sign it. I walk out free and I sign it.